All right, what up, fam? I'm on the B side of this long weekday morning walk, Friday morning walk. Ooh, I love a long walk. So look, something that was in my head right now, right, is the narratives that we tell ourselves, the narratives that we find for ourselves, and how we use those narratives to empower us, to strengthen our identities, to give us the energy we need when we don't have it within ourselves. It's incredibly important. Why do you think people like Ron DeSantis and some of these other politicians around here are trying to ban all these books? Book bannings aren't new. Why do you think people try to ban books? Because books have information, sometimes misinformation, but books have information. And when you have information, you get to use it for your own narrative. You get to use it for your own processing and understanding of life. Let me give you an example. On my dad's side of the family, I am descended from my great-great-great-grandfather, William C. Dodson, who freed himself from slavery. He was born enslaved. He freed himself, changed his last name to Dotson, taught himself how to read and write, fought for the Union in the Civil War, made it through the Civil War alive. And then he got some money from the Civil War. And he took that money and he bought 62 acres of land. My dad's family grew up on that land for generations. His grandson, William C. Dotson's grandson, Bill Dotson, started 3 businesses: Dotson's Ribs, Dotson's Tavern, Dotson's Auto Garage. My childhood, those businesses were still around. I saw them fade out in my lifetime. I got to witness that power. I talk about that point in my family's history a lot because it means a lot to me. It empowers me. I am descended from someone who was born enslaved, who freed themselves. No one freed them. No one felt so sorry for them. Oh, you poor slave, let me just... No one gave a shit. They didn't like him. They didn't help him. They thought he was less than human. He said, this ain't a damn case. And he freed himself. Not only did he free himself, educated himself, made it through a damn war, one of the worst wars, if not the worst war on American soil. So why do you think I'm so wild? Why do you think I'm so defiant and resilient? That's the narrative I have for myself. That's the narrative I remind myself of when I'm feeling my worst, when I can't get out of bed, when depression and anxiety hit me so hard that all I want to do is stay home, drink something, smoke something, play some video games, watch something stupid. And we all need days to just take a time out like that, right? But that can't be our norm. And as Black folks, the amount of depression and anxiety and trauma that we deal with, we can't allow ourselves to succumb to those things, because it's a wrap then. It's a wrap. So you might be saying, Wes, that's cool. I get it. That's powerful for you. I don't have that, Wes. I don't know my family's history. Maybe I'm not even Black. Maybe I'm literally descended from colonizers and enslavers. I don't have this thing that I'm proud of. I bet you do. I bet you do. And if you dig around and you find out that you don't, you take someone else's story, right? Now, I don't mean you take it and you disavow credit for it. You take it and take it as your own. The person who wrote The Three Musketeers, The Count of Monte Cristo, was Alexandre Dumas, a Black man. His father was Alex Dumas, the top general of Napoleon. Those stories that Alexandre Dumas wrote, most of those accounts, those wild physical feats of violence and war, were real things that his dad did. His dad was a bad man, boy. Or maybe Nanny of the Maroons, tall black woman in the islands who freed her people and had a rebellion. Or maybe Nate Turner. Or maybe you want to get out of slavery. Maybe you want to look at someone who was behind the scenes, pulling the strings and cultivating all the context and the angles and approaches to Martin Luther King's civil rights movement. Like Baynard Roopston. I'm probably saying his name wrong right now as I'm trying to cross this street. He's a gay black man who put together the architecture behind that movement. There's a lot of stories out there that you get to learn. Read these banned books. Take these narratives for yourself, because history is ours. Remember that. Saying that with some oomph in my chest. Come on, y'all, let's go. Y'all ain't ready, let's keep walking.